So we have the Thule Motion XT Large in gray, as you can see here. And it fits pretty well on the Forester. So there's a few things to note. This is a 2018 Forester, so the fitment of the Motion XT Large is as follows. You can see it has about 6 inches between here and the windshield, and then just the fitment of the rear wing looks pretty good. It doesn't really overflow. It's perfect size for it. It's 36 inches wide, so you have that there. And let me just show you guys what it looks like when you open it up. So the clearance when you open it up is near perfect. There's about 2 inches from the back, so it doesn't hit at all. And you can see where your radio antenna wing, there's a little rivet for it, so it doesn't really hit there as well. So look at that clearance. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna drive home. I just picked up some oil, but I'll just talk about the noise when we're there. So we're in the Forester. We just started the car, but really there's no difference in the noise. I'm not really moving yet, but it's been pretty good when I've driven on the freeway. I'll just drive like 20 miles so you guys can hear, or just 20 miles an hour on these inside roads. I really don't hear a difference when I am just driving fast. There is no drag coming from the top, no vibrations or anything. So it sounds pretty good. So here I am going about 35 miles an hour, and really there's nothing out of the ordinary that I hear coming from the top. I've already driven like 2 to 3 local trips, going at most like 60 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour on the freeway. Nothing yet. I haven't yet to take it on like a big long road trip, but it's also the reason why I got it. We'll be taking a trip pretty soon, going about 700 miles one way, and this is just to carry extra cargo. So you can see I'm going about 40 and nothing. It's pretty good. I can accelerate, don't hear any extra kind of wind or anything like that. So the Thule Motion XT, about 16 cubic feet of space to extra space to store, bags. Probably duffel bags is the best, just because like you can kind of mold the shape. It is a little bit more flat. It's 16, maybe 17 inches tall. So from the height of where it sits on the roof rack to the top, it's about 17 inches. And then in terms of width, as I mentioned, it's 36 inches wide. And then I believe this is sitting about 77 inches in length. But as you guys saw, it's about 6 inches shorter in the front, and just kind of lined up to the back pretty nicely. Doesn't really mess around with the trunk when the door is open, so it's really great there. I'll go ahead, and when I get to my garage, I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're actually just driving through the garage. Does it hit the garage or not for a 2018 Forester? And effectively for the people that own the 2014 to 2018, it's about the same. And then that'll give you guys a good comparison on that. I'll also open it up in a few minutes, so you guys will be able to see kind of what it takes to install the unit, as well as kind of like how do you kind of lock it in. What I like about it is it's pretty easy to take off and remove, and let me show you guys what that looks like. I've been driving for a few minutes, and as you can hear and see, there's really nothing going on that's out of the ordinary. Everything's pretty much normal for it. So we're almost home. Still driving. Still no vibrations from the outside from the Thule or Thule Motion XT. The vibration that I have currently is really my window visor. It just kind of vibrates when I'm driving, but that's the only vibration, which is not coming from the Motion XT itself. If anyone knows how to like kind of get rid of that vibrating plastic from the Forester, let me know, because I would love to figure that out. But yeah, back to the Motion XT. I've been driving for about 20 minutes and I'm not having any issues with it accelerating, decelerating locally, and so pretty safe so far. And so I'm pretty confident that we won't run into issues. And you know, when we get back to the home, I'll show you guys how to open it up, and also show you the clearance when you're actually kind of backing into a garage. So I pull over really quickly to show you guys how to open the Thule. You could do it from anywhere. You pretty much have to open your back seat, and when you get up to this, there's a key. When you stick the key in, there's a lock icon here, unlocked, as you can see, and you'll pretty much twist it, and then there's this release lever here, and then when it's red, that means it's unlocked, and then when it's locked, when you push down, the red goes away, so that means it's clipped in and it's locked, at that which point you can lock the mechanism and you can't play around with it. So go ahead and unlock it again, open it up, and then again when it's red, that means it's okay to open, and when you lift up, it kind of opens up like that, and you can see these two little arms. That's how it opens up, and so that's how you mount it, or that's how you kind of open it up, and you can open it on both sides, and so this arm will swing the other way. But in terms of installing it to your roof racks, as long as you have these roof racks here kind of laid out across your car or your SUV, you can go ahead and install it. These mechanisms, when you want to open it, you'll spin left, and when you want to lock it, you'll spin closing it here, and then when you lock it too much, you'll hear that little clip, so it's actually just kind of like skipping, so it lets you know that you're kind of locked in all the way. In terms of opening it, as you're spinning, these little arms kind of open up a little bit from the bottom, allowing you to take it out. And in terms of like pulling it out all the way, you could also do that too. So these are 4 of them, so you got 2 on each side. And let me just pull it out real quick. You can see I just kind of pulled it out. You heard that kind of go there. So there's a little rail, and so this is about a foot. And so depending on the position of your roof rack rail, you can pretty much slide it to any kind of orientation. And we picked it up from a RAV4, so the position was different. So when we put it on the Forester and lined it up to where we wanted it, we just kind of moved the track to the center of the roof rail, as you see here. And then if this is open all the way, just kind of clip it back into place. You just hear that there, it clips into those little locking areas, and then you're just gotta spin to the right to close it, and as you're spinning, it'll just kind of clamp up against the roof rack, and you'll feel it get tighter. And when you hear that little click, that means it's for sure locked. And you can keep spinning, but it's not going to do anything. In terms of putting your gear in, you can put about a few duffel bags in. I haven't tried it myself, but there's these kind of metal kind of clips here, and these straps, so you just kind of put a strap around it and you can tie your stuff down, and it'll hold in pretty well. In terms of closing, like I mentioned, you'll just bring it in, and once you kind of pull in all the way, that red marker will go away. Still can't take out the key, spin it to the lock, then you can pull the key out. That's pretty much it. So as you can see, I just kind of backed the car up so you guys can see it kind of come in and out. But effectively, this is an 8-foot garage, give or take a few inches. But there's adequate clearance. I'm holding the phone up now, so you can see there's like about 8 inches of space at the very top. And so that's kind of what your clearance will look like if you're running a 2018 Forester or comparable kind of SUV. So one quick comment about durability. The Motion XT comes in this plastic. It's flexible, but sturdy enough to kind of hold everything. And then one thing I like about it is there's a little ridge that prevents it from water from getting in. I haven't fully tested it in the rain, so I'm not really sure if water will leak. But from the reviews, everyone's not running into any issues there. And just based on the construction, like watch me stick my hand in there. There's a little lip that curls around, so there's enough kind of like containment to prevent water from leaking into kind of the compartment itself. So just showing you guys a closer look when I was sticking my finger in, this is the larger lip. This kind of border that sits around, and it goes pretty much around the whole unit. Just this kind of thin 1-inch border, but in the front you can see it gets a lot thicker by a few inches. And so this unit's been used for about a year. So you can see it gets a little dirty. This is just dirt, as you can see. But the containment, it's been pretty good. It's pretty thick, kind of molded plastic lip here. And the same here. The construction, it feels a little wobbly, but it's pretty sturdy, especially once it's enclosed into the system. And so once it's closed, really sturdy there, so you don't run into any issues or some softness if you're worried about durability. In conclusion, that's my review and kind of overview of the Thule or Thule Motion XT large for an SUV, particularly the Subaru Forester. But this is the overall look and construction. Pretty happy with the product that we had gotten, and it's going to serve really well for our future road trips.